But Terrence Ruffin, man, he is going to challenge because he has the classic shape more so than both of those two guys.
Shout out to Terrence, not just his classic shape, but the classic
Oh,
routine
My
Oh,
goodness.
man.
was
Oh,
a
my
clinic.
He played the
goodness.
violin on him.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that
He
was
made
beautiful.
history when Missy Truscott, former fitness champion, went after Jessica Reyes Padilla.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. I thought they were going to smack each other.
Athletes and fans around the world, welcome to another episode of Primetime Muscle. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tim Wilkins. Joining me with these two amazing guys, the real deal Chris Cormier.
In the house, how you guys doing?
What is this, Cabernet? Burgundy? What do you got shaking
Yeah,
here?
a little, I call it a little burgundy brush or
Okay, it's some sexy drip.
dripped out.
Sexy drip. Tara Kilgindy,
Great to be here. Wish you had a jacket, but we can make this happen.
it's Casual
I could've
Friday.
gave you a jacket. I got another one
Yeah,
in there.
no,
I got
it
you.
looks okay. It's okay.
You know,
This is right off the Nordstrom
Yeah.
rack.
Well, no, at least it's a nice jacket. It's from Brooksfield, and I actually purchased
Brooksville.
in Brazil.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
So if it's in Brazil, do you pronounce the R? Is it Brooksfield?
This is how they say Brooksfield.
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 Well, I brought enough wardrobe for a month, but ended up using it all Tuesday and Wednesday for the Mr Olympia.
Well, you did a great job.
Man,
Let's
he
give
was
a hand to
killing
Tim
it.
Wilkins. He did
Tim was
everything
killing
well, with the exception that throughout the entire year, he made fun of the dinosaurs, right?
Yes.
He went against the dinosaurs. He never picked Ramon Dino to win the show. So, to all my Brazilian fans, okay, this is the man who lives in Florida, surrounded by Brazilians, who said, I do not believe in Ramon Dino. You can put as many dinosaurs on my timeline.
Obrigado, prick. So anyway, when I went to Derek Lunsford's gym 2 weeks ago with you, about 4 weeks ago with you, Champs Elysium, St. Pete, Florida, Edgevon Palmero was there, Eduardo Bezerra was there, and training like a beast was Ramon Dino with Derek Lunsford. And I took Ramon aside and had a quiet moment. Thank you very much. And I said, Ramon, I want you to know that the work you have done in the last 3 years, what you're taking to stage, I have no doubt in my mind will be the best Ramon Dino that ever hit stage. And win, lose, or draw, in which he won, you have to be proud of all that you've done to get here.
I am from Brazil. I was born in São Paulo. I was not poor. I was middle class. I understand Ramon Dino's background. Ramon grew up in a state called Acre, which is in the middle of the Amazon jungle. The young man had no resources. His first diet to turn pro at the Olympia Amateur, his only source of protein was eggs. He never had access to chicken, fish, or steak. He is extremely beloved in Brazil. Why? The poor Brazilian people, and unfortunately there's a lot of us that do not have the means, they relate with him. They go, he is just like us. And Ramon has not changed despite all the success. He has treated every single person the same way as if he was back in Acre trying to get food, trying to get a job. He has taken some beating, especially from the Brazilian fans who are very passionate. Last year, they thought he could beat Chris Bumstead. He did not show up his best. He was sweating. The Brazilians made fun of him on social media. They accused him of being lazy. They said he'll never win. He took it to heart and he said, I'm going to do my best. And it's hard because, look, the guy never had the structure to handle all this criticism. And he came back and he stormed the stage. This was his best. And he beat an amazing Mike Sommerfeld. And Terrence Ruffin, my goodness, he looked incredible. Incredible classic physique.
Chris, were you in the audience or backstage when they announced the winner?
Audience.
Ballistic. People
Crazy.
went ballistic.
Yeah, and I mean, and he played up to the crowd. He had some Brazilians on the left, so they made a a beeline to them doing a pose down and got them riled up and hit some great shots like right in front of me. Uh, I thought he was going to win it because he was the bigger man. He was the most complete bodybuilder in the class, and he was at his all-time best. If you put all those things together, when he's already won the Arnold Classic, he already took second in Olympia. I mean, how could the judges not pick that? Also, his challengers. I mean, what are you going to say? You got Mike Badass Sommerfeld that, with the extra weight drop, did that have something to do with him being a little bit flatter in the chest and not as big in the upper body? But his lower body was very dominant, I felt. But Ramon Dino improved back, improved legs, improved conditioning, improved quads. Everything was improved. His abs improved. His ab shot he was always very dominant in the middle, but nothing really going on the outside. Now the serratus and obliques, everything was matching. He even hit some crabs, stuck his tongue out, done everything. I mean, he came for the title and he took it.
But what was it about Mike the Badass, Mike Sommerfeld, that kept him out of that top spot? Because looking at him, he was really, really amazing.
Well, he beat Ramon Dino on the front double biceps. I even think Terrence could have beaten Ramon on the front double biceps. I'm sorry.
He was in third on the front double biceps.
I correct myself. Mike Sommerfeld and Terrence Ruffin, they beat Ramon Dino on the front double biceps. Why? Ramon Dino's arms are too prominent, and it makes him look narrow on the lats, right? He already doesn't have the lats. So, the front double biceps for Terrence is incredible. And I want to give credit to Mike Sommerfeld because, man, the pressure on this kid, and he handled so well. He said, I'm going to respond on stage. And everybody has to shut up. He delivered a second place, just like he did last year. So I don't care about all this controversy. He's a great, great bodybuilder. Terrence Ruffin can win the Olympia. If I'm Ramon, I'm like, watch out for Terrence. Because if Terrence was holding just a little bit of water on the back. If Terrence is not with a little bit of water, he can win. Ramon won side chest. He won back double biceps. Man, that Christmas tree was out of the mind. I could not believe the separation on the back double biceps. Abdominals and thighs, his abs were deeper than Sommerfeld and Terrence Ruffin. And in the classic physique pose, which was a pose that he really messed up last year, he won that pose. The kid has improved. He's more experienced. I gotta love what he's done.
Yeah, conditioning, the glutes was in. I feel like like you said, the back double. I mean, what about the front double bicep for him is not his strong shot, but I think he can do some other things to improve that. But Terrence Ruffin, man, he is going to challenge because he has the classic shape more so than both of those two guys.
Shout out to Terrence, not just his classic shape, but the classic routine.
My goodness.
Was a clinic.
He played the violin on him?
My goodness.
Oh, that was
He
beautiful.
made history. He made history.
Oh. I was getting the Holy Ghost up there.
Oh, my God.
If you are a young bodybuilder going into classic physique and going out on stage and doing those wrestling moves and those hard things,
that was classic bodybuilding right physique. There. That's what we want to see. But, I mean, he has the talent. He has, man, from head to toe, this kid can pose. I never really seen that type of display of posing in a long, long time, if ever.
80s.
If ever.
If ever. What we named classic after, that was
if ever.
That was stunning.
That's what we were talking. That's what we're talking about.
It could be one of the greatest with Muhammad Makaui's.
Man, he smoked Muhammad Makawi.
This could have been the greatest posing routine of all time.
All time. I give it to him.
Can you do the violin one more time? Oh, Chris Cormier.
And here's the world's smallest.
All right. Shout out, 2 quick shout outs before we go to break and come back. Josema brought it. Amazing. Very young. Niall Darwin from the UK.
Wow, small waist, huh?
Just exploded out of that waist. Really looked amazing. Cheers to him.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention my man, Breon Ansley. I mean, a valid effort. He started to get ready for the show a little late, later than what we normally do it. And he wasn't going to do the show. And we decided, last minute, the last 12 weeks wasn't enough time to come down. And he made a valid effort. He was the worst placing he ever experienced. Past fifth was the worst prior to this show. But I know he'll bounce back, and I know he's a great champion. He said, one thing I'm not going to do is hang my head, Chris. I'm going to keep smiling, and I'm going to come back.
And shout out to my boy, Matt Grego. All right, we have lots more divisions to break down when we come back on Primetime Muscle right after this.
Being an athlete means having the guts to transform yourself, pushing beyond limits and overcoming yourself again and again and again, embodying dedication in a routine built on sacrifices, inspiring the world to believe that the top is reachable. Athlete, always ready, always evolving. Integral Medica, presenting sponsor of Olympia.
All right, guys, there are a couple of categories, a couple of divisions that bring out the athletes 60 to 70 plus. Bikini was deep.
Well,
Champions all over the place.
Lots of surprises, right? You got Laura Lee Chapados, defending champion. You got Ashley Callwasser. She's won the Olympia. And then on that final top two, it was none of them. It was Maureen Blanquisco and Ashlyn Little. Maureen Blanquisco had a disappointing Pittsburgh Pro. A lot of people said she's doing Pittsburgh. She's going to win that. She has won the Olympia. She showed up there. She lost to Amy. And she didn't bring her best physique. It was, soft. The glutes were not there. And a lot of people disregarded Maureen Blanquisco. The bottom line is Maureen Blanquisco is the most dangerous bikini competitor in the history. She can be hurt, not compete for 2 years. She can have a bad showing at a show. But when she is on, she can beat anybody. And she's done it. She poses so beautiful. She has the hips. She has the softness. She has everything. The glutes look very nice. She has everything put together. And when she's up there, she looks gorgeous. She looks perfect. She's dangerous. And she showed everybody why.
Chicken adobo and pancit for everybody. She brought the house for everyone to share for the Filipino nation. She had she stumbled a little bit early on. She had some off the field complications in her life, and I think that had a lot to do with her Pittsburgh debacle. But coming back here at the Olympia, I feel like this was her. She was probably not even expecting to win. How could she expect to win when you got Laura Lee Chapatos coming all the way from Canada, all the way for her championship? But I feel like, man, she brought one of the best packages of her life yesterday here in Las Vegas.
And let's talk about Amy.
Well, Amy looked great. She's always, she's won Pittsburgh. She's won New York. She hasn't won the Arnold and the Olympia, and I know that's hurting her. She wants to win some of those shows. I think she needs to be a little bit more streamlined. If you look at Ashlyn Little, who plays second, if you look at Maureen, when it comes to the Olympia, she needs to be a little bit more streamlined. Ironically enough, when she turned pro, we said you're too streamlined. Now she gained some of the size. I think when she's a little bit more streamlined, she'll be better. I want to mention Ashlyn Little because Ashlyn Little was at the Arnold Classic. She placed third. And on that moment, I realized this girl can win the Olympia. A lot of people did not have her at all. She comes in, places second. I believe she can win the Olympia. She has been blamed for being over-conditioned, but she displayed a very balanced, not over-conditioned physique. Jasmine Gonzalez, second time,
That's
third
Gonzalez.
place.
I was going to shout out
You
to
know,
Jasmine.
Maybe there's a change of the guard here. Because look, last year we were not talking about Marine. We were not talking about Ashlyn Little. We were surprised Jasmine Gonzalez placed third. Maybe, Ashley Callwasser, Laura Lee Chapados, some of these girls that have dominated in the past. Jennifer Dory, God, wow, that white dress.
Yep.
God bless America.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Only in passing.
Bikini was incredible. No, she sat in with me and called all the action for Bikini on the live stream, did an amazing job. Mark joined me after for Physique. They are just a power couple. They're just beautiful to watch. So figure was another one that we had the vacated title of Sydney Gillen, and we thought, okay, who is going to be and there were three. We thought there were two heir apparents, and it was
Right.
going to be a battle to the end between Lola Montez and Jessica Reyes Padilla.
Got leapfrogged.
They got leapfrogged.
Wow. I mean, Chris, you want to start on this one? Because this was the one.
Well, you know what? When we were doing the check-ins, I noticed her, and she was waiting. She was like sitting there, like, are they gonna want to talk to me? I think they need to talk to me because I'm one of the ones that's gonna come for this title. And I looked down, and she had this dress on, and her calves was just popping. And I noticed that I was like, man, a black girl with calves like that. I said, I wonder, what the rest of her looks like. But you saw that she was in shape. She had some veins going down her calves bigger than Tim's.
Oh,
and I
that's
was
not
like,
hard.
man.
You're a
her
fan, huh? You're a fan, huh?
And she had these curves, these nice little curves, small hips, nice little curvy glutes.
Chris is a fan.
Small waist. It was a little baggy dress, a little bit in the waist because the waist is so small.
Those calves.
You should probably
Wow.
put some tape around it. to
You haven't
keep-
mentioned the
keep
calves
it
yet,
tight.
Chris.
I mentioned the calves. But then, she had those shoulders. And even last night, I saw her after she had a few drinks of water, and those shoulders were swelling up more, and those biceps and triceps. And she's been competing for a while, but man, she really brought the physique this year. And the judges rewarded her for it because, coming all the way from England with this, she had a spot of tea right before the show. And next thing you know, boom, she been leapfrogged the two people we were looking for the title.
So, Rhea has always been great. She's always had some of the best V-tapers. She could go head-to-head against Sydney Gillen in terms of V-taper. What was she missing? She was missing quads. If she had the quads, the physique would have the smaller waist. Everything would come into place. When she won Texas, it was a convincing victory. And I shot at Olympia News and I said, this could be the year Rhea Gayle wins the Olympia. Some people send me messages and say, you're out of your mind. You've been hanging out with Chris Cormier too much. And I said, no, believe me, Rhea can win the Olympia. She comes in and defeats Lola Montez, Jessica Rhea Padilla. To me, the figure was a huge surprise, but it started at the press conference when Missy Truscott, former fitness champion, went after Jessica Reyes Padilla.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. I thought they were going to smack each other. I love the rivalry. And everybody was like, well, we can't wait to see those two on stage. It turns out it wasn't them in the final call out. It was Rhea versus Lola Montez.
And now I will say, as you try to dial in your physique, like Shanique moving from figure to wellness was a jump. Missy moving, although I've always said fitness is figure without a routine, but you have to upsize. Figure has upsized a lot. So Missy was trying to dial in and figure out where her body needed to be for that.
Yeah, she always smoked the competition in the fitness with her V-taper. And that's when I saw her on stage, by herself, I was like, man, she might get this title. Because the frame is just like boom, boom. And I always said that she could compete in multiple categories here at the Olympia, and figure It's going to be great for her. I think she's going to challenge in the future. Like she said, she's young. She's very ambitious. She's still, I mean, she has a fitness Olympia title, but if she can somehow get a figure title behind her on her resume, man, that's something to float off into the sunset with.
Well, I'm going to say this. We've seen with great champions switching categories, but when it comes time to the Olympia, you know, Urs Kalaczynski looked great, won 2 shows, but ended up on the 3rd call out. He's a young guy. Missy Truscott won 2 shows, comes into a new category. She's on the 2nd call out. You got to go back to the guy who transitioned categories and won both. His name is Derek Lunsford. I mean, people do not give this guy credit. He's a machine. Transitioning categories is not an easy thing to do. Derek Lunsford has done it, and we've seen great Olympia champions try it, but not win on the other category.
Yeah, but some people came, I think was it Kim Sylvester came from bodybuilding to figure, but, you know, coming from fitness to figure is not that big of a jump, but it is different. Derek just needed to gain some weight. But, you know, you still, when you go from 212...
No, that's fine. Just don't give the guy credit.
You go from 212...
There's a reason why you're the most hated person on the internet.
Shut your damn mouth.
You fighting with Bob and Sean.
Shut your damn mouth.
That guy just won 3 shows this year, and you're trying to take credit away from him.
Damn mouth.
Well, I need to transition into a wrap here, fellas. It was, again, classic women's bodybuilding, fitness, figure, all of them. Everyone brought it this year, and it was so amazing. It was definitely an Olympia for the books.
I think it was wide. I mean, just widespread. It wasn't like just the open. It was some drama. It was some laughter. It was some trash talk. It was some everything. That I mean,
here's
awesome.
what I want from Jake Wood and Dan Solomon. I want to call out. Shout out to Steve Weinberger. He did a call out with the 4 Mr. Olympias. That was awesome.
Was a cool
Brandon
moment.
Curry, Hottie,
More of that.
Derek, and Samson. That was really
More
awesome.
of the special call outs.
I want to call out with Nick Zilla, Nick Walker, and Goodavito. I want a guest posing with Kai Green and Ashley Jones.
Nephew.
I want to call out with Jessica Reyes Padilla and Missy Truscott. I want it all next year.
All right, I'll put your request in the suggestion box. Derek Kilkindi, always a pleasure. Chris Cormier.
All right,
I'm Tim Wilkins. We thank Global Formulas for making this show possible. We'll see you on the next Primetime Muscle.